What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Today, I want to talk about black male image and the genius behind it. And I want to break down something that Kevin Samuels has done that a lot of guys did not catch. But Kevin Samuels, when I first met him, was an image consultant. And he was always talking about how black men need to control their image. I think a lot of us, we agreed with him, but we didn't really understand how important that was. But Kevin Samuels took this understanding of branding, this understanding of how image is respected in the world, and then came together with a content strategy that has taken the world by surprise. But it is not by accident, because Kevin Samuels took a piece of the high value language that was already existing in the greater manosphere and just put it for black men. And I want to compare the high value black men archetype to another brand that is great in American history. That's Playboy. Okay. Now, who is Playboy? Playboy was, and still is, a circulation founded by the late great Hugh Hefner. And Hugh Hefner, who was a very liberal writer at the time, and editor, magazine publisher, what he did was he wanted to create a magazine that expressed a lot of things. Like, he was into sexual liberation and, freedom of expression, and obviously he gave a lot of African American bands their first opportunity and stuff like that. So he was very liberal. But one of the things that he wanted to do, he wanted men to feel like they were a Playboy. It wasn't about the women. It was about you having to be a part of this group. And then, we see the excellent sci-fi stories that were written in the magazine and things like that. And it was the lifestyle of a Playboy, the Playboy mansion that was first built in Chicago, then in Beverly Hills. You see, it was about a lifestyle. It was about men who had money. It was about prestige. It was about image. And every white man in America wanted to be like Hugh Hefner, wanted to live the life where beautiful women, and every woman wanted to be in Playboy. I remember talking to Alan Roger Curry when Playboy came to University of Indiana in the 80s, where you had parents bringing their daughters to pose for Playboy because it was so tasteful. It represented all the opportunities. Everybody in the white world wanted to be in Playboy, the women and the men, because of the standard, of the style, and of the branding of that image. Now, Kevin Samuels has done just the same thing that Hugh Hefner's done. But he repackaged what high value means to black men. And the thing about it is, there are many black men who are not high value, according to Kevin Samuels' own declaration. But see, every man wants to be a high value black man. What guy in the world is going to tell you that he's not high value? Think about it for a second. Think about the genius in this. What black man, if he's making $7 an hour, $10 an hour, what black man will tell you that she is not, or he is not high value? Every black man wants to be high value. Similarly, every guy who bought Playboy wanted to be like Hugh Hefner. It didn't matter that he wasn't there yet. His desire was to be there. And there are guys who listen to Kevin Samuels. They know they don't make $10,000 per month, but they strive to make $10,000 a month. They haven't made $10,000 a month for 2 years, but they're striving to make $10,000 a month for 2 years. They don't have a network, but they're dying to have a network. And every black woman, and every woman in general now, because this audience is multicultural, every woman wants a high value man. Just like every woman wanted to be, that was a model, to pose for Playboy. Didn't matter if she was good looking. Didn't matter if she was 70. There are women right now whose dream is to pose for Playboy magazine. They've dreamed about that since they were in their teenage years, even now. It's the American dream to pose for Playboy because it leads to so many other things. That's the dream. And every man, every woman wants a high value black man. And see, Kevin has shown evidence he can achieve those guys as his audience. See, the other people out there in these black spaces, the Kendra G's, the Cynthia G's, the Chrissy's, they can't show any evidence of that. They don't have any connections into the alpha male market. They can talk about what they want, but they have no real proof of it. You see it every day in Kevin Samuels' chat room. The first evidence was Super Chat Jesus, Brother Ike Ogiemian. Kevin Samuels was drawing a different crowd of guys than any of us were drawing, even before he got big, because it was branding. It was branding. And every woman wants a high value man, and she believes that she deserves a high value man. And guess what? It doesn't matter if Kevin tells them, hey, you're 35, you're 40, you're not what it takes. You know what? Every woman wants to keep coming back and say, you know what? I am what it takes. I am entitled. I deserve a high value man. So Kevin Samuels' brand, even though it was very high up, everybody wants to be a part of it. And I want to talk about this in the manosphere, because this is one thing I'm going to talk about. For years, I have allowed a lot of guys to get into the sphere with no subscribers, come onto my platform without having to do things. But in May, that's going to change. In May, there's going to have to be a rebranding of who we are. Right? I think that we have to make it tougher for guys to get in. We have to make people respect who we are. And I'm doing some few interviews, and now it's going to cost you $1,000 just to even come on here and me even look at it. Not that I need it, but just because. It's the cost of doing business. You have to make people respect the brand. $1,000 just for me to even, that's how much money I've put into the game already. If you want people to take your brand serious, you're going to have to do that. Some guys are not going to like it. Doesn't matter. Because everybody has to be a part of something. That's starting in May, though. Not right now. But Kevin Samuels, he's an excellent brand ideologist. He pretty much made it to where guys have to really want, everybody wants to be a part of what he got going on. And they don't mind paying money because they want to be a part of it. And it doesn't sell himself cheap, which I have, and I'm stopping. But there'll be no more free rides over here. I think it's excellent. I think it's great that black men wanted to be a part of something that was it is so fabulous. Black women want to be a part of something that's so fabulous. It just goes to show, black men can control their own image. We've seen it with Kevin Samuels. And it works. It works. And you have the power to demand what you want in the market. And I'm starting to understand that more so now. That's why my price is going up. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. Check out the first comment pinned to the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. Check out the Patreon. Guys, check out the first comment pinned to the top. I'm out.